Hello, hello, hello. We are here with my friend Hani. Mourra, I'm so ridiculously mind blown excited to have him here today because his tools will freak you out. I know you've seen me talk about this week on how oh shoot. His tools will freak you out. That happens every single time. I forget. With Zoom, it pops up another video automatically with the video playing live. So at least we know we're live, and we just heard that. Here's how this is going to go. Hani is going to show us the magic of repurposing our live videos and tell us a little bit about why it's important, some magic tricks we can use to make it happen. He is the creator of two of my favorite tools, which I know many of you have heard about. One is Simple Social Press. Did I say it right?
Yep.
I switch it around sometimes. And the other one is a new tool called Repurpose that is, I've been a part of it as a beta tester. It's literally magical. And I just can't wait for him to show these tools to you and show you how this works. So he is going to answer questions at the end. So if you have questions or comments or anything, post them. I will be monitoring that. And I'm going to let him take over.
Ta-da! Awesome. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Molly, for having me on. All right. So it's my first time doing a Facebook Live with Zoom. So if there's any glitches or you can't hear me, just let Molly know and she'll let me know.
And I am, like I said, I'm monitoring the comments. So if you are someone who wants to be able to save more time, to be able to focus on connecting with your audience by letting superpower wizards do things in the background, you've got to stay tuned. So here we go. Let's go.
All right. So let's do this. So right here, we're going to talk about how to take your Facebook Lives and get them distributed out to different platforms and then onto your website, all kind of hands-free. Why you want to do that? Well, obviously you want to focus on creating content. You don't want to sit around embedding code here, downloading videos, uploading videos. That's not what you're about. You're about creating content, connecting with people, connecting with your audience. So why do you want to be on different platforms? Why not just do a Facebook Live and just leave it on video or leave it on Facebook? Well, in my opinion, obviously the more exposure you get, the better. But Facebook is good for like immediate views. Like you go live, your audience connects, they see you, they connect, they watch, they kind of follow you. And then after a little bit longer, it's just kind of down the stream, something else comes up. So you lose that almost evergreenness, right? It's there, it's exciting, a lot of comments, feedback, then it's gone. So you want to get your content everywhere so people can really see it, consume it on different platforms. So what do I recommend? You got to be on YouTube. You got to be on YouTube, and you got to be, even more important, on your website. So
I had just one little, we're still using Zoom like this for the first time. So I had accidentally just switched it. So all they could see was me. I was trying to switch it so it was just you. And while you were talking, it was me like, oh, but now we're just going to stay on the double view. So okay. Some of the reasons that you would want to be on, put yourself on YouTube or put yourself on your website are
YouTube, number one, it's like a search engine. People are searching out there, right? So you want to kind of put some keywords in your titles, keywords in the description. You want to get found. YouTube is like it's part of Google. Google owns it, obviously, and you get discovered on Google, through Google on YouTube. So you want to get your content out there. But more importantly, you want to get, the whole purpose of YouTube is to get people back to your site. So your site is always your own base, no matter what, no matter where you do your content, you get it out there. The goal is you want to send them back to your site. Now, why do you want to do that? Like, you want to grow your email list. You want to connect with people so you can have a more intimate relationship as opposed to a visitor on your site or a visitor watching your video on Facebook or someone watching it on YouTube. You want to be able to talk to them like via email, communicate. So email, the ultimate goal here is get them on your email list.
And we talk about that a lot in my course, Camera Confidence, and also on some of the content that I put in here, because what happens if Facebook disappears? Like, I love Facebook Live is obviously the top of my priority list and everything, but what happens if it disappears? So even having this content backed up in case something happens to our Facebook group, if it disappears, like having to be able to have the content backed up just in my own personal Dropbox account is so important, because we don't own Facebook. We don't own the places where we're communicating. So if we don't have a separate place to communicate with our audience, you could lose everything.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Emails, you'll never lose email. You have an email list, it's yours, right? And of course you got to respect it and treat them well. And you don't want to spam anybody, but just having a way to communicate with your audience is gold. You need to have an email list. So
Speaking of, I'm going to take this video URL and I'm going to send it out in my email list right now.
All right, awesome, perfect. See, you got a chance to communicate with your audience. So, what should we do? We're going to do a Facebook Live. Great. And now, then you got to put it on YouTube. You have to, but it's highly recommended. Just you're more on a different channel. Not all your audience is on Facebook, right? People don't know you. They want to discover you. They can discover you on other channels, on other platforms like YouTube. And then you want to put it on your website, and you want to drive people from Facebook, from YouTube back to your website. So you want to make sure you include links in your Facebook Live. You want to put links in your YouTube description back to your website so they can come and consume more content there. Whether you have a blog or you have a landing page, you want to give people a free gift, get them to collect their email address. No matter what, get them back to your website. Now, another platform you want to be on is have your videos on your website as well. So like you're doing a blog, right? So if you have a blog or you don't have a blog, you're doing this content on Facebook, you might as well have a copy embedded on your website, because not everyone's going to find the content. Like not everyone's going to watch it now, like as we're streaming. Not everyone's going to watch the video. They might watch it a day later, but they might come a month later. They'll never find the video again. But if they come to your site, they land to your site is optimized for certain keywords. So people find your site and then they end up on your site and then they get a chance to watch the video. So your content is not lost. Having it on YouTube, having it on your website kind of gives more longer life to your content, so people can consume it, get to know you a little better, and ultimately sign up to some kind of email list that you have. Hopefully you have some kind of opt-in box on your
one thing that I think is so cool about repurposing your Facebook Lives, because you could just download your live videos and then upload them to YouTube and then just embed the YouTube link.
Correct, yeah.
But what I have noticed, especially there's a video that I did, and I talk about this one video all the time, but there's a video I did a really long time ago about where you should go live on Facebook, which is something that people were asking me all the time. And I embedded that video on my website by using the embed code. At that point, I hadn't met Hani yet, so it was actually a little more complicated at that point. But I embedded it on my website. And when I first did that video, it only had 4 viewers. It was really early on in my launching of this whole craziness. So it had 4 viewers. But now when you go to my website and you see that blog post about where you should go live on Facebook, the views, it's up to like 24,000 views. It's been shared 68 times.
Holy moly.
It's crazy. And the cool thing is that when you embed it that way, the stats from Facebook are updated automatically.
Yes. So they count as a view, and people see that you get social proof. Hey, this video is awesome.
Yeah.
40,000 people watched it. Right?
And then if someone searches where to go live on Facebook and you're keyword optimized or whatever, and if when people search for the problems that you're solving and you come up during your search and they watch that video on your blog, they can also click and get straight to your Facebook page. So it's like this cyclical thing of keeping people in your loop.
Absolutely. And the views count. Like when you watch them on Facebook or you watch them outside of Facebook, they still count and people can see them. So it's awesome. That's a great example.
Love it.
Yeah. So if you didn't have it on your site, I mean, you wouldn't know how many people, like you probably would have just gone down the feed and no one would never found it again.
Yeah, and sometimes, so I'll search back and bring those videos up to the forefront sometimes, but it's even hard for me to be able to find where they are. Like sometimes I'll go to my posts on my Facebook and I'm searching months and months and months. Where was that video that I did that was so great? Where did it go? But now I have them on my blog post, which makes it really easy to find.
That's awesome. And one last channel not very common channel. It's common, but it's not. People don't think of it this way, but it's podcasting. Podcasting is very, I don't want to say very hot, because it's not something that's new. It's been around for ages, but consuming audio content, right? People call it's a podcast, but it's an audio file. Consuming content in an audio format, it's so powerful because your audience, a couple of things that was powerful is because you get your podcasts on big directories like iTunes and Google Play. Once you have them on there, anybody can subscribe to you. And what that means is when someone likes what they hear, they subscribe to your show. And every time you publish an episode, their phone buzzes. They say, oh, look, new episode. Oh, let me click and listen. So it makes it very easy. You don't have to email anybody. You don't have to go, hey, go watch my show. Instantly, it's on their phone that they have no instant notification. So podcasting is a very interesting platform. Now, how does this relate to live streaming? Well, you can repurpose your live streams, some of your live streams, into audios and publish them as a podcast. Now, there's an extra step. It's a couple of things you got to do with a podcast. It's not that difficult. Once you set it up, it's very simple. But I don't want to get into details here. But the whole idea is if you have another channel to distribute your content, like an audio format, it's just you're going to attract a whole other group of people that may have never even heard of you or found you, or may not want to sit down and watch a video, but they can consume it while they're on the road walking.
I think that is so true. And I have a podcast that I launched a long time ago that I did when I was coaching performers, and I still have it up there, but I get email notifications pretty much every day that someone else has subscribed to my podcast. So I'm like, and I'm not doing anything with it anymore. It's just there, but people are there consuming the content because it exists.
Exactly. It's just out there. It's on YouTube. It's there. You got a group of people who will find you on YouTube. You got your content as a podcast. People will find you as a podcast. And it's not the same people, but that's not what you want. You want to expand. You want to reach out. So having it in different formats makes it easier for everybody to find you in whatever format they're comfortable in.
Yeah. And that's another reason too why, with the audio part of it, why it's important to use a microphone, and really pay attention to that audio quality as well, because you can do magical things like this. Hey, is it okay if we take a question right now?
Yeah, it's perfect time.
So Brad said, when you put your video on your website, do you use the YouTube share link or do you embed the video code to your website with that code? So this is what, I don't know if you heard the beginning, Brad, where I was saying you could do it either way, but when you do it with the embed code, and especially when you do it the magical way that Hani is going to show us today, it actually transfers those numbers over from your Facebook page. So as the views go up, the likes go up, the shares go up, all of those numbers are right there.
Yes.
So Hani, are you going to screen share and show us?
Yes. So to answer the question, like you said, embed, for sure. Embed. Don't put a link. You don't want to send people out of your website. You want them to consume content on your website. So.
Are there other reasons in addition to what I was saying about the numbers for that?
I mean, if I understood the question is embed versus linking out to Facebook, definitely embed. Just leave, the most important reason, leave people on your site, because time on site is one of those factors that search engines look for. If someone's on your site and then they click away, it's called
bounce rate.
Yes.
That's such a good point.
Yes, you want people on, stay longer. It's a blog post.
I didn't even think about that. So like the longer they stay on your website and watch your videos, the higher your search engine optimization score, or whatever they call it, goes up, right? Exactly.
Longer time on your site, and then any comments, like if people are leaving comments and discussions, which is something that's kind of cool that we do with the plugin I'm going to show you real soon. But having comments on your site is important. So time on page and comments are kind of factors. Not the only factor, but factors of helping your search, your blog posts or your pages rank higher in Google.
And then one other thing that I think is really cool is that you can, if you have a call to action on your website, whether it's to download something or to, book a session or to sign up for something or whatever, if they're watching the video on your website, then if you have that call to action in a prominent place on your website, it's easier for them to go, oh yeah, this is so valuable. I want more of what this person has to offer. And then they're more likely to grab it.
Exactly. So their eyeballs are there watching, and you put the call to action right there below the video.
Yes. Awesome. And I want to say a shout out to Linda too, who's here. She's doing live video every single day. She is so hardcore about it.
That's awesome.
She's more hardcore than I am. So good. And she says, yes, don't send people off your website once you have them there. Woot, woot. Actually, Linda has an embedded Facebook Live video right on her homepage, which I thought was such a great technique that she's using. Super, super cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right. Hani, show us the magic you got. You guys.
All right. So we talked about getting your content out everywhere and getting your content on your site. And I'm a geek. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big geek. I'm a lazy geek, so it's a good combination. I'm lazy and I'm a geek. So about a year ago, when Facebook Live became popular, I thought, hey, it would be nice to automatically take the video off of Facebook after you're done your Facebook Live, and then automatically create a blog post, embed it for me, add the title, description, add an email opt-in box below. And then I thought, hey, why don't it be cooler if we just take all the comments? Like I just mentioned, comments are really important for search engine. Take all the comments that are going on live here and embed them as WordPress comments so that it looks like you have a blog post instantly on your site with 50, 60, 20, 30 comments instantly. Like you have a blog post with a video, longer engagement time, and comments, social proof that you don't have to do anything. It just happens automatically as soon as you're done going live on Facebook. And that's the WordPress plugin that I created. So
it's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
The comment thing, I really can't even, it's so cool. And just so you guys know, the first time that I learned about Hani was because, and I don't even know if you know this, but I had a tutorial on my YouTube channel explaining how to embed your videos on your WordPress website, which is kind of complicated. It's one of the things I teach in my course. So it's a little tricky. And depending on whether it's your business page or your personal page, you have to do it differently. In a group, you have to do it differently. And you commented on my video and you said, did you know there's actually a plugin that does this? And I thought it was fake.
Oh, really?
I was like, yeah, right. I totally didn't believe it. But then we connected on Facebook or something. And I was like, wait a minute, this is the same person who commented on my YouTube video. It's totally real.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd love to do a demo if everyone's okay with that.
You guys want to see how it works? Because it's like, literally, it's going to blow your mind.
Yeah. All right.
So you actually have two different tools that we can use for this now also, right?
Yeah. So there's there's two strategies we talked about. Getting your content out to YouTube and maybe as an audio, as a podcast, and then there's content onto your site, embedding on your site. So the first tool I'm going to show you is called Simple Social Press, and that's the WordPress plugin. So if you have a WordPress site and you want your videos to automatically show up as a blog post on your site with all the comments, it's a no-brainer, to be honest. Molly's using it. She loves it. And it's fully automated. So I'll do a quick demo of that, and then we can talk about the broader tool for repurposing out to other channels.
Awesome. Lynn said, "What are you waiting for? I want to see."
Okay. Sorry. Share screen. Okay. Where's my? All right. So hopefully, you can see my screen now.
Yeah.
All good. All right. Awesome. So this is WordPress. I'm in WordPress. I'm in this test site that I have. So I got like a whole lot of funny stuff going on, but this is called Simple Social Press. It's a WordPress plugin, just like any plugin. You go in and you install it under the install plugin section. I'm not going to go through that, but once you install it, activate it, all that good stuff, you're going to see something called Simple Social Press right down here. You click on it. It takes you, I'm already set up. So let me just take one step back. The first time you log in, you set it up, it's going to ask you to connect your Facebook account. So it's very simple. You copy this little code here. This is just to authenticate, to let the plugin have access to your videos. It's not gonna post on your behalf. It just wants to be able to see all your videos so that you can automatically embed them on as blog posts. So I connected it. You just got to do the thing one time. We're all good to go. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff here. I'm not going to go into every little single option. This thing was evolving over time. So as feature requests came in, we added them. But just out of simplicity, there's like 2 or 3 settings you got to set off the bat. You want to auto-publish your Facebook post. Does that mean when it makes a blog post, do you want it to go live, or you want it to be a draft and edit it later? So you have that option. And then you choose from here. It shows you all your groups, all your pages, and all your personal profiles that are hooked up to your account. So if I want to publish a video from my personal profile, I pick it. These are all the different groups.
So if you publish a video from a group, can people see it? Or
that's a great question. If it's an open group, yes. If it's a closed group, like a private group, Facebook, I mean, the video will be there. It's going to say you can't watch it.
Will it be available to be shown to people who are in the group, or no?
I believe so, because if you're logged into Facebook and then it knows you're part of that group, it should allow you.
Oh, but that's cool how it says private on the thing right next to it.
Oh, actually, that's just my Facebook.
Oh, that's just your. Oh,
I called it private.
I was like, that's cool, because I know that's a question that comes up for a lot of people, because they'll do a video that they love in their private group and then try and share it. I'm always like, well, you did it in a private group, so nobody else can see it because it's private.
With Repurpose, we can push that off to YouTube. We'll get to that after. We'll get to that tool after.
Okay.
But so I'm gonna just pick my test group here, and you can set it to auto-publish all your videos, or you can have it after a specific date. I'm just gonna leave it as all for now. And there's a whole bunch of settings, but by default, it's Facebook Live. If you just do regular videos, you can choose those as well. And so you can do live and regular videos. Anyway, I'm talking way too much. You can customize all this stuff later, but the whole point is, well, actually, you can assign it to a nice WordPress category if you have that set up on your site, so that you have blogs here, Facebook Live here, and podcasts. If you have different categories on your site, you can choose that here as well. But that's it. You go in, scroll right to the bottom, and
okay, wait. I want to say some of the other things that you can do. You can add an opt-in box at the bottom, right? You can add the opt-in box there. You can set whether or not you want a thumbnail for the blog post.
Yes, that by default is on. Yeah. So your custom
cool.
thumbnail, that was you, Molly. I think that was you that kept pushing me to do that properly because you wanted to make sure if you design a custom thumbnail, you upload that to your Facebook Live, that will get set up as your featured image on your blog post automatically.
So cool. Really crazy, amazing.
Some advanced stuff here. I'll come back to hashtag filtering. So if you want to only import certain hashtags, kind of cool. You don't want all your videos. You want, this hashtag to do this and this hashtag to go to that category. You got a lot of flexibility, but kind of before I overwhelm anybody, I just want
Linda says, keep talking. You're not talking too much. You're a genius anymore. This is magic.
This is the magic button here. I'm going to click import. Boom.
Okay.
Import, and I have one video in that group and it just boom. In like a few seconds, it's on my site.
Wait, I wish you could see the video right now, Hani, because it's all wow faces flying across the screen.
I wish I could see the comments.
I know.
That's the most fun part.
I know.
So I import everything to my category called Facebook Live. So I'm just going to filter it. So I don't know if this is kind of blocking my screen, but hold on a second. Yeah. So basically, this is the post that I imported. I've already imported these earlier, but look at this. 2 comments, 41 comments, 12 comments, 46. These are the comments from the Facebook Live as native or as regular WordPress comments. So Google will look at it and say, oh, man, this blog post has got 42 comments. It's got a video and it's got long engagement time.
Show us what the blog post actually looks like.
Yeah, so let's just do that. Yeah, I'm going to click on that and just view that video. So this is actually a little interview I did with Daniel from FbLive.
We love FbLive.
Daniel. This is the first time we met. And he's like, come talk to me on this cool platform called FbLive. I'm like, anyways. But he's a great guy, a great platform. So boom, videos here. Like Molly was saying earlier, Facebook shows you the views automatically.
And that continues to update as the views go up. So when people go to an old blog post of yours, the numbers on that view thing update.
Yes. So these are all the views that Facebook tracks as a view. Now, this is simple social press here. I mean, besides the fact that it made the besides the fact that it actually made the blog post for you, put the title and the description that you have in there. If you've updated your description after the Facebook Live, it will automatically show up here as well.
I have a question actually that I have meant to ask you. Can you change it so that the video is on top and the description is on the bottom, or that the description's on top and the video's on the bottom?
Yes.
Because I want to change that on mine.
I believe you can. Remind me in a second.
Okay.
Cover this.
And that's the other thing. There's a really awesome support group that Hani has that's like, he's a genius and a wizard and has helped me so much to really make sure it's working exactly as you want it to work. Awesome. Yeah.
So we could have a row of buttons down here. Connect on Facebook, buy simple social, whatever you want. Like whatever you want. These are custom buttons that you can add so that, call to action right below the video. Someone's watching, got a call to action. Email opt-in box as well. Obviously, it's all customizable. Everything's right below the video. So that your attention is here and you got your call to action, whether it's buttons or whether it's an email opt-in or both, all below the video, which is awesome. And then you got your comments as WordPress comments. So whatever your theme, your style is, it's going to look like regular comments.
Here, why don't I pull up one of mine also just to show them?
Yeah, and the dates, everything is real, like in the sense that it's not like putting all the comments is like all the same date. Like these are the actual date of the comment that happened at that time. So
if people comment after it's been embedded, do the comments keep adding?
Yes. In the latest update, it's been a while, but I believe we added that feature. So meaning that if you update it on Facebook, someone gives you another comment on Facebook, it checks every 24 hours. So once a day, the plugin will check and it will update the comments on your blog post. I'm like 99% sure.
I've noticed new comments coming on mine, so I think
then they must be there. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we are working on it or we've done it. I think we've done it. I'm pretty sure we've done it.
Amazing.
So that's cool. And then anybody can add a comment here, like on their, just like a regular blog. Mind you, it's not going to go back to Facebook, unfortunately, but at least, it's actually more important to have comments on your site than it is on Facebook.
Right. So cool. So I'm going to show, and you'll show us the repurpose tool as well?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't I show you guys just really quick how this is on my screen. I'll show you my blog so you can see, because I use it all the time. So this is my, whoa, don't do that. Oops. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh no, what's happening? Sorry, hold on. Okay, so this is a blog post that I did about social media marketing world. And then what I actually did is I had my assistant Paige went through and watched my video, and she did bullet pointed show notes for the whole entire video. So she went through and added text, bullet pointing the entire video. Super awesome. And then the video's here. And look, it shows all the likes, it shows all the comments, it shows all the shares, it shows the views.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of these comments are down here. What?
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Super crazy cool. And now I'm able to share this blog post on LinkedIn or on other, like I can take this exact stuff and I can share it on other platforms, and it gives people the option to read it, to watch it, and it adds that social proof. It's like, I can't even. Linda said, OMG to the power of G. Oh my gosh, so funny. Kayla had asked, while you're getting ready to show us the Repurpose app, Kayla asked how to add a blog to your WordPress website. And Kayla, that should be something that's just a part, I can help you with that later. That should be something that's just a part of your template or whatever you're using for your theme in WordPress, so that you should have, it just works on any normal blog within WordPress.
It's a regular blog post. So it's as if you went in and say post, new post, it just does it for you automatically.
Okay, and then Kristen asked, because she came in a little bit late and said, what is the plugin or the service? It's called Simple Social Press. I'm actually going to give you guys, I'll put the link to Simple Social Press, my little link that I have, in the post up above. But if you want the access, go ahead and say, like, give it to me in the comments below, and I'll make sure that you get it. It's super crazy affordable, and so that, like, I cannot tell you how valuable it is. So I'm going to put the link for that up above. And then show us the other one, because the other one's going to blow your mind even more.
That one, yeah, the other one is it's blowing my mind. No, like just thinking about it, like it's been exciting. So this is awesome. This was been around for I don't know, maybe not even a year yet, but it's been around for some time. And just people doing Facebook Live who have WordPress sites, no brainer. Like you don't need to hire an assistant, you don't need to hire anybody. It just, the content just shows up on your site automatically. Now, how do we take the content and go out? Right? We do Facebook Live. We want to send it to YouTube. We want to send it as an audio, to send it as an audio version to ourselves. Like, how do we get content out to different channels? That's the next tool. Like, this is a tool that's brand new that Molly was one of the founding members. It's been around. I've been using it for a month, maybe almost 2 months.
Yeah.
A month or so, sometime in February.
Yeah.
So it's still brand new. And it's called Repurpose. And
you guys are so stoked that Hani is here giving us access to it, because when I first joined, it was a part of this really small beta tester group. And so I was telling him I would love to do a tutorial myself on this. And he was like, hey, why don't I come in and do it? I'm so excited to have him here showing you this.
So I can do a whole lot of things, but I'm not going to overwhelm you with all the things. But from our Facebook Live, you do Facebook Lives, you can basically, as simple as in a minute, you can set it up to say, every time I go live on Facebook, I want you to upload this video to YouTube. Set it once and never have to log into this app ever again. And every time you go live, you just shows up magically on YouTube for you automatically. And you can add a custom link back to your site, like we talked about as well. So that's the premise, is like automation tool, repurposing tool, that you set it up once and you forget it.
But not just to YouTube. It can go to YouTube. It can go to your Dropbox. It can convert your video into an audio file and save that specifically to Dropbox. It can convert your video. Like the capabilities are out of control.
Exactly. Like it's just, I mean, from a most basic primitive function, like you can set up, most people will just get the podcast, will get the Facebook Live, go right to YouTube automatically. And that's a huge time saver. You got to imagine downloading the episode, going to YouTube, making a new video, uploading. It just takes time.
And I can attest that this works really well, because I accidentally set it up a little wrong when I first did it. And I literally uploaded every single video I've ever done to a YouTube channel. So like 700 videos uploaded to YouTube in 2 seconds. So it works really well. I had to go do some adjusting at that point because I was too excited and didn't pay attention.
All right, so
okay, show us how to do it.
Can I share my screen? Let me just jump right into it.
Yeah.
I can't see the comments, but I can feel some urgency.
She said, shut the back door. Actually, Kayla, I'm so glad you asked this question. So we've had an issue recently with, and I haven't checked it on Repurpose, but we've had an issue recently when downloading videos from Facebook that the sound is a little funky. Like the sound doesn't match. Have you noticed that with some things lately?
I haven't.
Maybe it doesn't happen with Repurpose. I should go check.
We just download the video from Facebook for you. So if there's a problem when you did the recording or something on Facebook side,
It's because it's not been, the sound has been fine on Facebook, but we've noticed when we download, you know what, Kayla, I bet this is probably a solution for that. Because yeah, so that's a great question. And Kayla, I'm going to look into that too.
Yeah. Okay. So repurpose. So this one is not a WordPress plugin. You don't need a WordPress site. You don't need anything. It's just an app. You log into it and you go do your magic. So when you first log in, you go to the connections tab. So here, I'm just going to hook up a couple things. You can hook up Google Drive, SoundCloud, Dropbox, your podcast if you have it, YouTube channel, and Facebook. For this example, I'm just going to go from Facebook Live to YouTube. So first thing I'm going to do is hook up my Facebook, a couple clicks, just say Hani Facebook, whatever name you want. It's gonna, I'm already authenticated, but normally it pops up. You got to say accept. I'm allowing the app to access my videos just like before. We don't post on you for your behalf, so we can't post anything, but we're just reading your videos. So once you give it permission, I'm going to do the same thing for YouTube. I'm just going to say Hani YouTube. It's going to come up. Just choose my YouTube account to say I'm going to allow it access and say go. All right, done. We've done these two connections. We can add more later, but for now, I'm just going to go out to the dashboard and create what's called a repurpose. So repurpose is just a set of rules. What's in, what the action is, and what's out. So what's in, so I'm going to create my first repurpose. I'm going to say, give it a name. So it's just, we're talking about Facebook Live, say group to YouTube. Any name you want, something that's clear to you. Choose the input, Facebook Live or regular Facebook video. So I'm doing Facebook Live. All right, so what's my connection? It's my Hani's account. So if you have multiple Facebook accounts, you can hook them up to, depending on what plan you sign up for. But I only have one Facebook account. Now the fun stuff, I choose personal, group, or page, just like before. So I'm going to do it from the group, and then all my groups are boom, right here. So I know this group, so one thing that's really cool, you don't have to actually be the owner. If you're an administrator for a group, you'll have the right to take these videos.
So for people who are like social media, have a social media agency, like where they're doing things for their clients, they could use this tool for their clients too. Yeah.
Yes. So as long as you're an administrator, you have the rights to that group. So this, it's not my group, but it's I'm an administrator there. So you're going to click that and say next. So we said the input, now the action. Like, what am I doing? I want to either convert the video to audio. If I planning to do a podcast later, I can send that audio to my Dropbox, edit it up later. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to upload the video as it is. Take that video, upload it as a video, and where am I going to send it to? My YouTube. I can say no playlist, or I can make my own playlist right now, right on the fly, say create playlist. Okay, so I can make a playlist right from here. I don't have to go to YouTube, make a playlist. I can do it. It's set for me, and hit submit. That's it. If I go to view my episodes, you see all my videos.
This is my favorite part of the app, actually, because especially since I'm doing so many live videos in so many different places, and I have my private course. So like, I'm able to make sure, if anything, my whole course is held within Facebook. So I was able to do this, get it all in one spot, and then have my assistant upload my course into Kajabi. So now I'm able to totally like have that protected in a way where people can have access to it right away. But I love that you can come back and see this, so I can remember which things I've published and which I haven't.
Yes, yeah. I'm just gonna hit publish. It enters the queue, and a few seconds later, it's gonna start processing, and that's it. There's nothing to it. So this is literally as simple as that. If you want to publish individual episodes, what's even cooler is before I get into the settings. Like, let's say, actually no, I recommend going into the settings. So there's a couple settings here. Similar to the WordPress plugin. So you can choose only publish episodes from a certain date or newer. So let's say you've already have some on YouTube and you only want something starting January 1st onwards. You can set that. You can
That's the one you need to make sure you watch out for, because otherwise
that's the bug.
You can publish every single video from the dawn of time, which it's powerful enough to do that.
So then there's hashtag filtering. You can ignore certain hashtags, or you can only import certain hashtags. So you can click that, type in a hashtag. Then you can have a call to action. Now, YouTube's awesome because they're nice enough to, in the description of YouTube, they let you put a link, a hyperlink, a clickable link. So someone's watching your video, the first 2 lines of the description, without them expanding it, the first 2 lines, they automatically see as visible while they're watching the video. So we always recommend put a call to action text on the first line, put a call to action link on the second line.
And make sure when you do that link that you add that HTTP part of it, because if you don't add that, they won't be clickable. So if you just do www dot whatever, it's not clickable. So make sure you add the HTTP thing.
Exactly. But now with Repurpose, you can set that link here. So I can say, mylandingpage.com/offer, whatever it is, right? Whatever link I want, and, get my free PDF, whatever, whatever your call to action is. This will show up with a clickable link on YouTube when you publish all the videos in this repurpose automatically. You can set some keywords, again, for SEO purposes. These are the keywords that will make their way to make their way to YouTube. So, whatever keywords, whatever, it's not a keyword, and then the custom thumbnail. So this is something Molly asked for specifically. She said, hey, I spent all this time designing a custom thumbnail when I do my Facebook Live. I want that to be the custom thumbnail on YouTube. So I said, okay, Molly, whatever you want. Here it is. Boom. We put that on for you. And of course, I think you asked for this too. Sometimes you want to.
Oh my gosh, yes, that was one that I really wanted because, okay, explain it and then I'll explain why.
Yeah, so you got privacy settings on YouTube. So most people, public is what you need. If you have any courses, private courses that you don't want visible on YouTube, you can make them unlisted. And unlisted is cool because they still can embed it if you want into Kajabi or into whatever platform you want for your courses, but it's not visible in the YouTube search engines. So you have that flexibility. You can decide what you want. Well, most people, public is what you want. You hit save, and then, this is my favorite button in the whole app. Like, I would spend a lot of time designing this button here. But I showed you earlier, we went in here and we said, okay, this is actually done. That was fast. Okay, so we have all the episodes here. I've clicked publish on one of them. Now, literally, like if I just say, okay, I want to go to bed. I just want all these videos to go. Just click the button. Boom. Now we're back here and everything's in the queue. So if you set date filter, like you say, I only want specific date, only those episodes will go in the queue. So whatever settings you set, but the whole idea is you queued it up, you go here and you say, good night, I'm going to bed.
And then you go back and look at it 2 hours later and all of a sudden 700 videos have been posted and like, oh no, what did I do?
So obviously you want to be careful. Before you click this, you want to make sure your settings are correct. I did a test setting. I did a test publish before I did the auto. Let me show you what it looks like. Actually, we have a nice handy button. So
there's so many wows are going across the screen, Hani. It's amazing.
Oh man, I wish I could see the comments.
You'll be able to go back and see it. It's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are loving this as much as I do.
So as soon as it's done, you can go in here and click view. Boom, it's going to pop over the video, and I'm just going to mute the sound. There it is. Videos on YouTube. I published this one before setting up the call to action, so it's blank here. But your call to action will be here. Your whole description will show up here. If you have a description on Facebook, it'll show up here. Your thumbnail will show up here. All this cool stuff, all automatically. So once you set up the rules, you never ever you won't need to come back into repurpose anymore. Yeah. And this is just one example. It's like one workflow. We're talking Facebook to YouTube. You can go, if you have a podcast, you can take a podcast. This is cool. I don't know how many podcasters are out there. We could take your audio podcast and convert it into a stunning video. And I can show you a sample right here. I already saw it in my in here.
Wait, show me this. I don't remember this part.
I don't know if you've seen it. So this is a video that was automatically created from a podcast. Now literally automatically means literally the exact same thing. I said, here's my podcast. Go to YouTube, and that's it. I picked the template. We have a couple templates, and it did the title for you. It automatically puts the title of every episode. It puts your image art from your podcast feed. So everything is, I didn't even click anything. I just said, pick this template, go to YouTube, boom. My whole entire podcast can be a video, a beautiful video, but not only beautiful, but also animated video. This is so key because static image videos, I'm sure at some point, if they're not doing it already, Facebook and YouTube is going to say, hey, this is not a really video. This is just audio and a picture. I'm going to start bumping down the rankings on these videos so they don't show up as often. Because
you guys, I get like teary-eyed. I get so excited about it.
It's fully automated, and you got links back to your episode page automatically. If you're a podcast It detects your the link in your podcast feed. I didn't want to get into podcasting 'cause I'm not sure many people do podcasting, but just want to show you this another example of how Repurpose can take a piece of content, in this case, a podcast, and push that out into a video to YouTube. And we got a lot more. We have SoundCloud integrated. We're going to get Vimeo, Facebook, and Twitter as well.
Ooh, what happens with Twitter?
We're thinking of uploading probably more for podcasters. Uploading a little snippet of audio, like a 2-minute teaser of your podcast, as this exact video you see here. Upload that as a video on Twitter.
So cool.
And a link back to your site. So the key is it puts the links back to your site. This is the critical part. You don't want people to watch the video and say, "Oh, now what? What do I do? I like it,
right.
But now what?" You got a clickable link, and
can you go from podcast to Facebook?
That will come. That will
like
come.
A video like this. So cool.
Yeah. So
oh my gosh.
The possibilities are just, I mean, I don't want to say endless. In my head, they're endless, but I want to be real. Like right now, we've integrated SoundCloud. You can see from the connection, we've integrated SoundCloud and as a destination, as an output, Google Drive as an output, Dropbox. Molly said earlier, like she took all her videos and she took a copy to their Dropbox just in case something happens to Facebook. She got all her videos sent to Dropbox automatically.
It's amazing.
And then you can take podcasts as an input and convert that to a video. You can take your Facebook Lives as an input, convert them into an audio, or convert them into a video. It's upload them as a video to YouTube. It's just kind of like if you guys are familiar with If This Then That, like IFTTT or Zapier, those kind of services, but it's focused on your content. So it takes your content, you tell it what content you want, and what's the in, what's the action, and what's the out.
I love the hashtag ability as well, because some of you may know that I have a jazz band and we do stuff every once in a while, and I always Facebook Live my jazz band, but that content, the band stuff is not, my music stuff is not something I want mixed with my business coaching content. And so the fact that I can hashtag jazz or whatever, and then it goes to a specific playlist or it goes to a specific place, because I don't want all the videos from my personal page to go there, but maybe I do one that I know is more of a businessy or music-y kind of video on my personal page, then that one can go automatically because I use a specific hashtag.
Exactly. You can have a hashtag so that it goes into a particular playlist on YouTube, or like you said, a whole different YouTube account. If you have 2 YouTube accounts, you can have this hashtag go here and this hashtag. It's just, the possibilities are.
So Lisa just asked, she said she came in late and she said, did you share the name of this app? So Lisa, we actually had 2 different tools that we shared. The first one is a WordPress plugin called Simple Social Press, which takes your Facebook Live or regular Facebook videos and puts them into a blog post with the comments below the blog post. So all the comments from your Facebook video are in that blog post. It's crazy, as actual comments on the blog post. And then the other tool that we're talking about right now is called Repurpose.io. And I just posted the link up above for that one too, you guys. So you can check out Repurpose, which is totally crazy. And it does all of this magic.
We got a free trial right now. You can try it for free. So you can publish 4 episodes for free. Yeah.
Amazing.
Sorry, I didn't tell you that.
No, that's so cool.
So you can try it out for free. They can tell you podcast, Facebook, whatever. Hook up whatever you want and try it out for free. You can publish 4 episodes. So get a feel for it. See if it's something that you find useful, and then you can decide if it's worth it. It's really like a huge time saver. Huge time. It's a huge it just focuses on the content and not about getting it out, not worry about managing somebody, hiring somebody to take care of uploading the videos, downloading the video. Oh, did you finish this? Oh, is it there yet? And the nice thing, especially on YouTube, as soon as it's on YouTube, by default, YouTube will send you an email, say, hey, your videos are live on YouTube. Congratulations. And it's like, oh, perfect. So it's happening. Things are happening. And we're going to add email notifications as well. So we'll tell you, hey, this week you published 5 episodes, or, this week we did this, and we're going to keep you up to date. So it's still very early on. So the pricing is right now, in my opinion, crazy low.
Yeah, I was like, holy smokes, I'm getting in on this as early as possible.
Yeah.
Actually, so we have some other questions, which would be awesome if you could answer them. Bradley, which is so good to see you here, Bradley. He said, can you add multiples of each type of connection?
Depending on your plan, yes. The basic plan is it's kind of 1-to-1. So you got your Facebook Live to YouTube. That's the basic plan. That's, I forget now, like I think $12 a month. Like it's like nothing. Like it's
But
just,
this is, in case we leave this video here forever, that price might go up. Who knows?
exactly. Yeah, this is just for a limited. I don't want to say pricing, but you
Yeah.
can check it when you log in.
Especially because I'll leave this up here. So as we go on, it could be like
Yeah,
2 years
this
from
is
now
like-
someone's watching this video.
Yeah. But then the next plan up lets you hook up to 5 accounts. You can hook up 5 YouTube channels, 5 like Facebook groups, profiles, and then send them to 5 different places. And we're in the beginning. Like I'm open to hearing kind of what your needs are, and then we can make plans that meet your needs as well. So it's
Awesome.
it's awesome because it's early in a sense. I mean, we've been pushing content for months now, so it's not like you're gonna be the first person uploading videos. So it's reliable. It's getting more and more reliable the more people use it. I think we've hit I don't know, quite a bit number of users. I don't want to say numbers because they're gonna get outdated, but
yeah. Well, and then the other thing is when the more people you have using it, the more things you can figure out, right, as to what's working a certain
exactly,
way.
yeah, we need more people in there using it.
Yeah.
So no, it's been the feedback. Everybody who's used it, like literally, they're just like, "Thank you, like I love you, man. I love you. Thank you. You just saved me so much time. I don't have to do this anymore. I just can just do my content and never have
And
to."
I mean, sometimes the automation thing, like, yeah, you know, I've been talking about this Facebook Messenger. I'm going to take us off of screen share actually, so that our faces are.
Yeah, let's go back to.
Okay, perfect. So with the Facebook Messenger automation that I've been playing with recently, I had one person say, "Oh, this just feels icky to me because it's like a robot and it's not real people." But what I feel is this actually allows us to have a deeper one-on-one connection because we can focus our time on building those relationships. And then we don't have to, I mean, it would take me like an hour to do all this stuff. So every video, it would take me an hour, and now it takes me nothing. So I can take that time and spend it connecting with you.
Yeah, I mean, automation, it has its place. You still want to connect with the people behind it, but some things are meant to be automated. Like I've had meetings, one-on-one meetings with all the founders, like including you, Molly. We had like this one-on-one chat. Everybody said the same thing. It's like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I know it takes too much time. And then you lose the motivation to create the video because you know you have to do here and upload it here. But if you know, just knowing that it's going to go out automatically gives you a little more motivation to say, hey, you know what? I just got to create the content. Yeah. Nothing else. I don't need to worry about where it goes. That part will happen automatically. And
so I have one question came up, which I have heard this question in the past as well. So somebody said they don't have WordPress. Is there any way you'd have this for other websites? I know that's one of the benefits of WordPress is that there's crazy awesome plugins, but
for the Repurpose app, what you saw now, this has nothing to do with WordPress. This is completely standalone. You go log in to your account, just like you do your Gmail or anything else. You log in, you connect everything, and you say go. So you do not need WordPress for Repurpose. So that sends the content out to different like YouTube and SoundCloud, etc. But the simple social press, the plugin that's for getting the content to your site, unfortunately, right now it's only WordPress.
Yeah, I think it would probably just be too complicated with all the other types of websites there are. So my biggest advice with that would be get a WordPress website.
They're free. WordPress is free.
I know. I love it. I know it can seem when people are looking at going with Wix or something else that's a little simpler to set up, I know it can seem overwhelming, but once you get it, WordPress is like, it's so powerful and so easy to make little magical things like this happen.
Yes.
Cool.
Great questions. Any more
Amazing.
questions?
Yeah. Anything else that you want to share with us? I'm looking to see if I can see the rest of the questions. I think we might have. So Jamie says, so we can't use it if we don't have our own website. So Jamie, there's 2 different things here, right? So Repurpose, which is Repurpose.io, that you can use even if you don't have a website.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, Jamie, with your company, I don't think you can embed anything on that website, right? So you wouldn't even need, like some people who are in direct sales don't have their own personal websites because they're using the corporate website.
Oh, I see.
But this way you can connect it to your own YouTube channel. You can connect it to, for your team, if you want to be able to send them a link to Dropbox so they have all the videos there right away. If you want to connect it to YouTube so you can send, like, let's say you have a Facebook group that's private, but you want to be able to email people the content who are maybe not on Facebook, you can upload it to an unlisted playlist and send them the content there. Yes. There's a million things that you can do with Repurpose, even if you don't have a website.
Exactly. And then if you do have a website, and you can put the video on YouTube and link back to that website from YouTube to that website. So it's very flexible. It's very flexible. That's the beauty of it. It's not tying you down to anything. You decide what you want based on what you're trying to achieve.
So Kristen says, could you look at adding a scheduling feature, like grabbing a video and pushing it to fit with a content calendar for YouTube repurposing?
That's a good
Like,
question. A lot of people have asked me that.
Repurpose?
Yeah, to me, repurpose initially, I mean, it's not set in stone, but to me, the initial idea was to take that content as soon as you're done going live, like after today, this video will be on YouTube if you have it set up. Now, mind you, like if the older stuff, like let's say you have like 100 episodes that you've done or videos you've done, maybe you don't want to push all of them to YouTube in one time. Like that might look funny. Your YouTube channel all of a sudden has 100 videos. That may or may not be a good thing. So we're looking at adding scheduling for like the older stuff. Haven't figured out exactly how to do that yet, but it did come up for sure as a request. It's a great idea.
Super cool. Yeah. So she said talking about older. So perfect. Yes, that's right, Kristen. Yeah. She said I was 5 days a week since August and I have a ton. Yeah. So
yeah, that makes sense. Like you don't want to shoot that all up in one big upload. And oh yeah, you could. Nothing wrong with it, but you may not want to.
I didn't mean to though. Yeah. Remember what that? It was like, oh my gosh. Lisa says, I've never met Hani. What a sweet, kind, smart soul. Great energy.
Oh, thank you.
And I love that he dressed to match my background.
That's right.
So on brand. Oh, shoot. I'm playing this on accident. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to go through and see if I can get all these. Ange says, holy shiz, free trial, love.
Nice.
And Linda, honestly, I just got a visual of your brain exploding.
The only way to appreciate it is to try it. That's why we did the free trial. Like you can see the video. I've made a video and all that stuff. You get excited, but if you try it, I don't know. Like I think you're falling in love. Everybody is only back. I'm in love. Like
it's so cool.
So try it. If it's right for you, it's right for you. It just saves a lot of time.
Yeah. And Linda said, you just saved me lots of time, and time is our most valuable commodity. Yes. Totally.
Yes. It's so worth it. It really is. And these plans are like month to month. So you don't have to, not tying down to like a year, and then you can try it out for a month. Try it for free. If it works, try it out for a month. Just cancel after the first month if it's not working for you. So like we're still new here, but I want to get many people using it and getting a lot of value out of it, because I'm like you, like I'm just like in deep inside, I'm just like, this is so powerful. It's so flexible. It can, depending what your needs are, it can definitely save you a lot of time.
Yeah, it's amazing. Also, Jamie said she's excited about sharing this with her team, which is cool. Yeah, you guys, it's so amazing. And then there was one. Oh, Bradley had asked if there's a lifetime membership.
Lifetime membership. The next step is to do a yearly membership. Monthly, we're gonna go to yearly.
Bradley's like all in.
I'm committed. I love it. I'll make a note of that. But to be honest, the next one is to do a yearly. People are like interested in saving, like maybe get 1 or 2 months free if you sign up for the whole year in advance.
Yeah.
In the deal. So that's the next thing.
Super
cool. The trials, we just made them available, I think 2 days ago. Not even.
Oh, amazing.
Like this timing is perfect. We just made it available 2 days ago. We said, I don't want to delay anymore. I want to get it out as quick as possible with the monthly plans, and then add the yearly, and then look at the lifetime.
Bradley says he's an AppSumo junkie, like lifetime stuff. Dude, I'm an AppSumo junkie too.
AppSumo, yeah.
And the FOMO with AppSumo is so bad. I love it. Leanne, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, awesome. I think we answered so many questions, Hani. It was so amazing having you here.
Fun. I wish I could see the comments, but I'm glad that at least you're reading them out loud so everybody can appreciate the comments and appreciate the answers.
Super, super cool. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Everybody says, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
for enjoying the demo. And Hani's a part of our group too. So if you have more questions as things come up, tag me or tag him, and we'll get back to you and get you some answers. And then if you do sign up for Repurpose, there's a really awesome group that he has, right?
Yes. There's a Facebook group there as well that's just for Repurpose, or just for simple social press. I just like to have like focus groups so that if you have questions about the one product, you can ask it in that group. I'm as you know, like you can message me sometimes at midnight. Well, not that you do. I mean, you could, but I'm available. I'm usually available. I try my best to.
You've been so helpful. So yeah, I'm super grateful. So cool. Thank you so much.
All right, my pleasure.
The thing that I love most about this is now you guys have tools so that you can really share your message, connect with your audience, and celebrate the things that bring you and your people joy. So good. I love it. All right. I'm going to turn it off. Any last words, Hani?
All right, go repurpose your stuff.
Go repurpose. Cool. Bye.
Bye, everyone.